Hello, welcome to another home workout. Today's emphasis is going to be lower body. We're going to be using a common paper plate as a glider. If you happen to own one of these actually make a nice, very inexpensive home piece of equipment. So up to you, they work great on carpet and they also work great on hard floors. So you might want to think about that. Okay, let's get started with a nice warm up. We're going to start nice and obviously standing here. So our legs are going to be about hip width apart. Don't have them glued together. About hip width, roll your shoulders down and back. Stand nice and tall, ear, shoulder, hip, ankle, and of course we've got to include that knee all the way in one line. You're going to send those hips back. Let's hold here for a moment so I can show you some nice form. You want to make sure, again, you've got that ear, shoulder, hip all in one line, belly is lifted. Imagine you're sitting back into a chair, okay? Your knees are right over the ball of the foot. Make sure they don't float forward. We want to really extend through the glutes so we get a beautiful contraction without hyperextending the knees. Let's get started. A little combination. Okay, we're going to call these parallel squats for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to step to one side, kind of wide, toes are forward. 2, 3, 4. Now turn your toes out into that nice external rotation, sending the hips back. 2, 3, 4. Now toes back to that parallel position. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now bring it back into center for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now step to the opposite side, toes forward. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now toes out wide. Make sure you unload balls of the feet so you don't get any twisting in the knee. And bring the toes forward. Last 4, 3, sending those hips back. 2. Now bring everything in for a count of 2. So center 2, go wide to the side. 2, rotate the toes out. 2, toes forward, back to our center parallel. 2, step to the opposite side. 2, external rotation. 2, wide. Let's do 2s again. Keep this going. Wide, toes out, toes forward, still wide. Bring it back in. Last set of 2. Go wide, other side. Good. Toes out, toes forward, and bring it back to center. Everything's going to go single. So one center, wide, out, toes forward, center, step wide, toes out, toes forward. Keep it going. Steady breathing. You start to feel that heart rate come in. Ramp up there. Good. Keep it going. Center. And last set. Here we go. Wide. Other side. Wide. Out. Now we're going to do the same thing. Everything goes quicker. Go. So it's like a pulse. Heart rate's coming up. Last 2 sets. And hold center, little pulses here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold halfway, little pulses. Feel those quads of fire. Roll those shoulders down and back. Okay, let's 4 more. 3, 2, hands on thighs. I'll turn sideways. Curve the spine to a little standing cat-cow. Exhale as you curve the spine, eyes looking right through your thighs. Let's do 2 more. Hold, roll those shoulders down. Belly goes up. Slowly restack your spine. A few shoulder rolls, shake it out. Okay, let's get started. Now I'm going to use my glider since I have it. It makes a little less noise. Go ahead and place the right foot on your paper plate or glider, right in the center. Your left leg is the working leg. Okay, here we go. You're gonna glide your back leg. Let's hold this first one for a moment. Ankles right underneath the knee. Don't let the knees come forward. Use your front leg to drag it back up. Let's continue that. Now I'm using a chair. You can do this without any help. It's going to make it significantly harder, so you get to choose that. Good. Watch that knee position. Make sure it stays right over the ankle. Shin is perpendicular with the ground. 3 more. Make sure your back leg is just going for a ride. 2 and 1. All right, we're going to do something a little different. Now we're going to send it back at a diagonal press. So it's the same exercise, a little different angle for the glute. It's not directly back. It's not directly side. It's about a 45-degree angle. Make sure that front leg's doing all the work. You feel this in your knees. Just make sure, again, it's not tracking over the toe. Maybe shorten range a little bit. So maybe take it maybe halfway. Don't work to your flexibility level. 3 more. 3. Exhale, 2. And 1. Okay, now we're going to go directly to the side. So depending on how much room you have is how far you're going to skate out there. Knees right over that ankle. Drive up. Most important, that front leg doing all the work. Eyes are forward. Every now and then take a peek. I want you to notice what you feel. Hopefully your quads, the gluteals, and the hammies. All right, you remember those 3 directions. Last 3. 2 and 1. Now we're going to go straight back for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go into a diagonal. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now directly side out. 4, 3, 2. Finish this. Now everything goes to 2. Here we go. Straight back 2. Diagonal. Side out. The more you hinge at the hip, the more you're going to feel this. Now everything goes to singles. Directly back. Side out. Directly back. Here's your diagonal. Side out. 1 more set. Diagonal. Side. Now hold it straight back and do little pulses. Hold. Now hold this position. You can hang onto your chair if you need and just drag that back leg in for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, belly in, and 1. Bring it up all the way. Great job. Shake it out. That was some good work. All right, we're going to go into a stretch. So let's go into our figure 4. Front view looks like this. Foot is flexed. Hips are square. Square off those hips. Send the hips all the way back. And breathe. Two more full breaths. Send it back a little farther. You can do a little range of motion here if you'd like. A little more of an active stretch. Good. All right, let's do the same thing, other side. Let's make sure that the left leg has got the glider. The right leg is the one that's doing all the work. Here we go. We're going to go straight back. Again, make sure you don't go too low, especially on this first basic set. Just concentrate on form and breath. Squaring the hips off, shoulders, good posture. Open up the collarbones. Try not to use your upper body. Good. All right, diagonal. Again, watch your range of motion. Get too far out there, it's tough to make it back. So super important that we maintain control. 3 more. 2 and 1. Let's do that side out. This is where people get into trouble on that side out. If the knee goes forward, so you might want to limit your range of motion slightly so you can get that correct. Remember, form is key. Last 3, 2, 1. Now send it straight back for 4, 3, 2, and 1. That diagonal. 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Side out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's take everything to 2s now. Now that you've got your rhythm, focus on form. Got your form, focus on breath. Inhale down, exhale. Good, everything goes singles now. Straight back, diagonal, and side. 2 more sets through. I know those glutes. I know you're feeling it, because I am. Last set through. All right, hold it straight back. Ready? Skate in. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. All right, same stretch we did prior is our figure 4. So cross it, try to get your ankle just above the knee, and your whole foot should be on the outside of your thigh. If you're tight, your hip might come forward, so push it back, keep your knee down. Good. You should be able to wiggle your toes, your anchor foot, the one that's on the ground. And if you like that active stretch, go for that. It should feel challenging without pain. Good. About 4 breaths worth. And hold. Deepen that stretch. Good. Now you can keep your hands on the back of your chair if you like, or if you don't have any equipment, you can keep your hands on your thighs. We're going to do a little standing cat-cow. This one's going to be a little different, so if you've got something to hold on to, I recommend it. This time, let's send our hips all the way back. Arms long, straight spine. Breathe here. The farther you send those glutes back, your hips back, the more you're going to feel that beautiful stretch. Dropping those shoulders, gliding the scapula down. Don't let your head drop. All right, press your hands gently onto the back of your chair. Curve the spine, tailbone towards your nose toward the tailbone, into your cat. And inhale back to your either neutral or slight extension. 3 more of these. These feel super good. Use that breath. Last one, and hold. Curve the spine even deeper. If you'd like to, you can bring those hands right to your thighs. And slowly peel up. Okay, you remember that figure 4 position. We're going to do some single leg kind of single leg squats in this figure 4 position. So your range of motion is going to be determined by your flexibility in your hips. So you might, depending, got to keep your form. That's most important. So find your range of motion that works for you. You can start with either leg. Inhale back. Exhale up. All right, challenge your balance. This is actually quite challenging. You can see in your range of motion might be a little more limited. Maybe you slow it down. You might feel wobbly in the ankle. Do your best. You need that chair's right there for you. All right, hold it down to wherever your half range is, little pulses. Make sure the knees aren't going forward, it's more hips back, like you're tapping your hips onto a bench or a chair that's just out of reach. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now take it up, stand tall, take that leg that was hooked around, and I want you to imagine you're hooking that leg around a pole that's behind you, okay? Standing leg is soft, you're gonna lower lift. So the shape of the leg is stable. Make sure we're not going too fast and we don't wobble through the pelvis. Remember, when we work our leg, or legs, the pelvis is stable. Good. 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to alternate between these moves. So cross and 4, 3. So we've got that piriformis. Figure 4. Take it behind you. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And 4, 3. We're in figure 4. Take it behind and leg lift. Now everything goes to 2 now. Figure 4. Hold standing vertical, bring that leg back, 2 lifts. Got it? Here we go. I like the foot flex. I like it active. You can point. Flexed is my favorite. One more set. Again, square the hips off. Now everything goes to singles. You can do it slow. Don't do this quick. Hold it up. 1 lift. 1, figure 4. Squat. And 1 external rotation, leg lift. One more time. And great job. That standing leg gets a lot of work too, so you may be surprised how much you're feeling it there. So please shake it out and get ready to switch to the other leg, okay? Again, most important thing is you're squaring your hips off. You got really good form with that knee staying right above the ankle, at least so it's not in front of your toes. That's very important. And your range of motion might be limited here. Head, neck neutral, shoulders down and relaxed, foot is flexed. All right, down and up. Again, you want to challenge your balance. Arms can reach front, side, genie arms, and for the ultimate challenge, arms overhead, biceps right in line with the ear. And you can tell I've gone slower because that was really hard. So you get to choose those nice variations, and always make sure you take breaks as needed. Good. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Now stand tall without locking that anchor leg. Take that your leg, wrap it around. It's like you're going around a pole. You're in external rotation, foot is flexed, lower lift. Think of this like a donkey kick with external rotation. It's that gluteus medius strong through the core always. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to figure 4. Now we're on 4s. 3, 4, stand tall, take that leg around, lift up like you're gliding your leg up the pole. Good. 4s again. 3, 4, lift 4, 3, 2, now set of 2s. Everything's on 2. Concentrate on form. Slow it down if needed. Pelvis is stable, no rocking it through the pelvis. Shouldn't feel this in your back. One more set. All right, everything goes singles now. Slow it down. There are 2 distinct moves. Last 2 sets. Good. Hold your figure 4. Shake it out. Let's stretch out those hip flexors. We've done this stretch before if you've watched a prior video. This is just a classic standing hip flexor quad stretch. Make sure you're not arching your back. You're not rounding your back. It's nice and neutral. Think of tucking the tail under slightly, knees in line. If this isn't for you because you have sensitive knees, you take a step back. You tilt the hip, bend the knee, and shift your whole body weight back. It's a little stretch also for that hip flexor. Just another way to get the same thing done. All right, take that same leg, extend in front into your hamstring, standing hamstring. Most important thing in here is square off the hips, keep your spine straight. If you curve your spine, you won't even feel the hamstrings. Steady breathing. Breathe through that stretch. Wherever you feel tightness. All right, same thing other side. And make sure your standing leg is soft. You slightly bent so it's not locked out. Feel the difference. Tuck the tail under. If you don't feel this, maybe your knees too forward or out to the side. So tuck the tail under, keep it in line with each other, the knees. You can always do that lunge stretch here. Your torso is vertical as you bend the back knee and shift your weight back. Both are good. You choose. All right, extend that leg out in front. Maybe walk back a little bit, square off the hips. Use your hands can also be on your thighs. They don't need to be on a chair. A lot of times people will want to go to the floor, but you can see my spine is curved. I don't feel the stretch any better down there, so you're trying to decrease the angle, rib and this front thigh. Back is straight. All right, let's stretch out those calves a little bit. Either side is first, you choose. Good. Walk it back for those who are a little more flexible. You don't have to have contact with the floor, but as long as your weight is more in the back foot. Now I like to do a little foot stretch along with this. This is great for the arches. So bend the knee and then lengthen the heel back. Focus on foot articulation, ankle mobility. As slow as you like. Last one, hold it all the way back there. Give it a nice little static stretch and let's switch it out. Good. Think of yourself on a tightrope here, maybe a slightly wider tightrope, maybe a balance beam. Your legs can be in line or slightly wider. Find that range that works for you. Just make sure your front knee doesn't go over its toes. All right, let's bend that back knee and press the heel back. Concentrate on what you feel. Focus, stay in the presence, in your, wherever you just feel it, just connect to that area, be present. Stay connected. Good. 4, I like this a little too much. 3, 2, and 1. Send it all the way back into a deeper calf stretch. Good. Let's go ahead and bring it on in, stand tall, and thanks for joining me again for another at-home workout focusing on lower body. Great job today. We'll see you next time.